go?
You said what?
Go live.
Yeah, well, we live right now.
Oh, niggas is in?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Only got one person right now. I'm trying to.
What's poppin', y'all? This shit.
I'm trying to.
Topic of the day.
We still building the Twitch. So what I do on my Twitch stream, what I'm gonna start doing is have a guest on every once in a while, like this nigga. We gonna introduce him in a second. What I want to start doing is having a guest on. Yeah, having a guest on, ask some questions, interview. Cause I'm a good interviewer, so I want to start interviewing some people. You might need to turn that down because we only got one mic. I'm gonna get two mics soon. I'm broke right now, but anyway, yeah, don't turn it off. But so what I want to start doing is having interviews because I'm a good interviewer with some of my friends in the fashion industry, and talk to them and see how they start, what they think they need to do to be more successful, and what they think about, life and shit. So, yeah, but what I normally do is just bring fashion updates about the things that I find interesting in the fashion industry through articles and stuff that I be reading and seeing. And yeah, so I got a few things today. This is just some shit that I seen literally like 15 minutes ago. I thought it was interesting just because this is Chinatown Market. You remember that?
Yeah.
Chinatown Market.
They changed it to just Market because they had some lawsuits going on.
Yeah, and I just think like they kind of disappeared after they changed their name and stuff. They already was like on a downhill or like hit their peak in my opinion. But I just thought it was funny but I thought it was just interesting that they.
Are these the looks?
Yeah, this is a collab they did with My Chemical Romance. Welcome you to.
Not gonna lie.
I don't know.
That looked terrible.
Yeah, I'm not really fucking with it.
The cardigan's cool, but it just looks real stale.
The cardigan's cool just because it's a cardigan, but I don't think like the.
With the graphic on it.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know, not me, but yeah, like had they dropped this Chinatown Market vibes, what was that? 3 years ago? You know what I'm saying? You could vibe with that, but just being Market. I guess it's a band or something.
Cardigan's pretty tough.
Yeah, I was about to say I ain't gonna hold you. I'm kind of fucking with it.
That's really the only piece I put on my body though.
Yeah.
And even that, I'm not paying for that.
No, literally.
Try to get styled in it.
Yeah, the cardigan's 180. Yeah,
I'm
cool.
Keep that.
Y'all can keep that. Y'all can keep that.
I'll get a Vivian button down.
On me. Or I'll pay the double for the Capital joint. You feel me?
Man.
You feel me?
Man, I don't have any Capital pieces, and that's something I wish I would have just got into before. It never really reached the hype because it was always a staple. But it's like I just wish I was in it before.
That's I'm trying to get the rhinestone shorts. I want to get a pair of those, but they like I think $450 or something like that right now.
No, they got a pair. I really like their button ups, where it's just patchwork.
Yeah,
run like five plus. Though.
Yeah,
and then any of their patchwork is gonna run a lot, but I want at least one of those pieces because it just feels like one of those pieces you could just give to your kids type of quality.
That's how most of the Japanese brands are, which is why I really. I'm trying to open up the stream. But that's why I'm really fucking with them, like them. Comme des Garçons mainline.
Instead of that play shit.
Yeah, not the play shit. The play shit is cool for what it is, but like.
It had its time.
Yeah, I'm not passing that down to none of my kids, bro. Yeah, so yeah, so Mace, if you want to introduce yourself real quick, and then we can get to talking. I got a few questions for you.
What's poppin' stream? I think I'm too close and shit.
Nah, just don't grab the mic. Pause. It'll pick you up.
Oh, I. Big Mace in this building. You know what I'm saying? Happy to be on the stream for the first time. First time streaming on Twitch. Really feels just like a conversation, like I'm having with people. But I'm a fashion designer, stylist, as well as just a graphic designer. All in the making. I'm not gonna consider myself in any upper echelon level yet, but always striving for that. And you can find me on all platforms at a unique presence. And, a unique presence is what I am, and I intend and surround myself with. A unique presence means a lot to me, not only just by a name, but based off of what it is and the meaning behind it. When you think of a unique presence, I personally just think of a person, or not even a person. It doesn't even have to be a person. It's just something of some sort. So a noun that is unique, whether that's an extra arm or that's 3 eyes or an extra leg, some type of uniqueness that brings them, and just you understanding your uniqueness as a person or as a thing and really honing in on that and understanding that no one's like you. You're a snowflake in this world, just like everybody else. So I take that with everywhere I go. I intend to actually get it tatted on me soon. So next time y'all see a nigga, excuse my language, I'm gonna have it tatted on me for sure.
I took about 3 of my questions. It's cool though.
Damn.
We'll figure this out. Let's go through another article so I can think of some more. Kid Cudi, after his performance at Rolling Loud, or lack thereof, because he got
smack.
Yeah, my man's walked off the stage because people disrespected him, which they did, and that's kind of foul. But
that's very foul. I don't know how they let that happen.
Yeah, he's launching some merch with McDonald's. No real words here. Yeah, here's all the looks.
Damn.
Yeah, bruh.
They should have just. Yeah, I don't know what they was thinking with this. Who gonna buy this though? That's his real fans gonna buy it, but it's like
no, for real. Like, my thing is, why is everyone doing shit with McDonald's after Travis Scott blew that? Like, he set the bar so high that you can't
reach it.
You can't like. Yeah, bro, you can't reach that.
That Travis meal was crazy.
The Travis meal was crazy.
Was
Nigga,
like,
the pieces, them jeans was so fucking hard with a McDonald's patch on the back, bro. Them shits was like a Visu jeans for McDonald's, bro.
I know that the blue M.
Yeah.
That shit was insane. The rug, that shit was crazy. I really wanted
the rug, the
Rug
little
is-
pillow, bro, the little chicken nugget.
I heard that actually was ass though. Whenever they actually got that.
Nigga, I got some slippers, bro, and somebody stole them shits in the mail, bro.
Damn.
Swear, bro.
You had to get your cheese back.
I couldn't even, because they was like, it's out of our hands.
You talked to your bank then.
No, bro. So, because remember when they dropped the shit, everything took like 3-4 months. So, like, the banks is out of their hands too. Because, like, banks really only can get your money back within, like, I think it's 60 or 90 days or something like that, bro. And they took like 4 months to get this shit, bro.
That's crazy.
And by the time I got it and, like, looked at it, I was like, Oh, well, actually, no. I got them and I tried to flip them on StockX and somebody stole them. The mailman stole them.
Before they got to him.
Yeah. I sold them, and then when I put them in the mail, I guess the mailman stole them. I was sick, bro. So I didn't get the fines, bro. It was like, I think like $80 or $90, bro.
And you got him what, like 45?
Yeah, something like that. I was sick, bro.
You would have kept him. That's kind of hard. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, this is kind of hard. I ain't gonna hold. This is kind of hard too.
It's not.
If it was
Like
white,
that pink.
yeah, but I say if it was a white
white
tee,
white with yellow even, but like
Yeah.
that pink, I don't understand where they're going with that.
I don't either.
That's not bad. If they honestly didn't have that thing on the sleeve though, just
Yeah.
the McDonald's.
What is the Camp McDonald's?
You know, Kid Cudi Camp, I think.
Shit, I've never heard of that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I don't be keeping update with it, Kid Cudi.
I don't either, but his
This
name
shit.
gets around for sure.
I ain't gonna lie, this shit ass, bro.
Yeah, honestly, if I was to scale it rate out of 10, the whole collection as a whole.
The whole collection out of 10. Out of 10, I'm gonna give it like a 5.5. Honorable mention to this pink shirt, or to this shirt, and to this pink shirt.
All right,
What about you?
that's cool. I was gonna give it like a 4.
That's what my thing was, but I was like, I don't want to diss him that hard. So
It's not a diss. That's based off of the merchandise they putting out.
yeah,
I genuinely think all these pieces could have been better if it was just like structured with time. It looks like they just kind of got a team, got a like complex or like a template of what they were gonna do, put it together, and didn't really just like
some custom ink shit.
yeah, and didn't just like was like, all right, they didn't really go back into the drawing board and be like, yo, Cudi, what you think about this? You think your fans really like this? I think it was literally like, I'm gonna do this, it's all right. That's actually not bad.
Yeah,
That's actually not bad at all. But that extra shit, like that's just doing too much.
that's why I'm like, I don't even know, bro. I don't fuck with it at all. All right, first question from Mace. So you said you're designer, stylist. What is your like number one?
Easily modeling right now.
Modeling. All right. So what got you into modeling?
I used to dance. So I had my own YouTube, and so I'd always dance in front of the camera, all that stuff. And so I did that all 2016, 2017, 2018, and then 2019 slid over. I was doing it ever so slightly, but I wasn't doing as much. I was just getting like I wasn't necessarily clout chasing, but I was just becoming a little bit tired of the work I was doing and then the recollection I was getting. I wasn't really moving nowhere inside of the dance industry. So I took a break and I just started thrifting hella. Once I started thrifting and putting pieces together, I got on Depop and then started selling some pieces. I was like, oh, this is easy. Just stand in front of a picture and just posing. Started doing test shots with my guy Banks. Shout out to Banks. And started doing test shots. It started out coming out hard. And I was like, dang, this is easy and they look hard. So I was just like, let me see where this could take me. So anytime I'll just hit anybody that needed to practice shots. I was hitting all these photographers on IG, which I still need to go honestly a little bit deeper on that because I've stopped. But I'm hitting all these Arizona photographers, seeing if they're trying to shoot. I'm just putting out work. I'm styling myself, putting out work. And then before I knew it, I started linking with this photographer, Trish. Shout out to Trish. And
yo, Trish, shout out to Trish. I'm trying to work with you. I'm trying to work with you, Trish. Trish,
we're going to work.
We're going to work soon for sure.
I know you're busy and stuff, but nah, shout out to Trish. She really, really doing her thing. Shout out to everybody. But for real, Trish helped me get with 151, and I really was just working. I did this shit with Kid Super. That stuff just went crazy, and
I remember that.
Yeah, he ended up reposting us on the gram.
I remember that. Yeah.
Commenting and showing a bunch of love and stuff, and so that gave me a little bit more confidence just to continue to just go even harder. And then I continued to work with the brand and stuff, and since then I've just been styling my own pieces with photographers, working with 151, and then in the midst of finding either an agent or an agency to really scale myself to become who I believe I am.
All right, so like, what? How do I put this? How do you feel it is like connecting with people in Arizona? I know you grew up here.
I didn't grow up here.
I'm sorry, you didn't grow up here, but you went to college here. At ASU. So how do you feel like networking it is out here?
It's what you make it. It's genuinely what you make it. If you want to meet people, you have to put yourself in that situation, but you also can't force things. I've noticed that.
I mean, like your experiences. Tell me your experiences networking.
Honestly, just putting myself in the situation. So it hasn't been. I grew up around the world, so meeting people and understanding personalities isn't really a complex thing to me. So I would just be cool, you know what I'm saying? Just be yourself at the end of the day. And once you're yourself, you find like-minded people, and those like-minded people are genuinely cool as well. So it's like you tie one knot to the other, and it makes you know what I'm saying, a nice little bow. So in all actuality, it was just being at the right place at the right time and just being yourself at the end of the day. And that's been helping me network with a lot of the best creatives in Arizona for sure. Like easily hands down, I know every top tier creative in Arizona. No exaggeration.
I'm fucking with that. We're definitely gonna be working with all them soon. Well, me personally, I'm trying to see. I'm like outgoing. Like, you know me, I'm outgoing. I'm like a chill, funny dude. Like, you know, I be doing my thing. I be cooling. I don't be trying to be overbearing and shit. But like sometimes I find it hard to like I've never been the one to like go up to motherfuckers if they in the group with their homies and shit like that and just be like, yo, what's good? Like, cause that's weird vibes, you know what I'm saying?
No,
and I feel like sometimes some of these events that I be going to and like, not saying that like I'm trying to like do too much and like trying to network with these motherfuckers or whatever. Like I'll just be trying to cool and like just experience the, you know, the vibes and stuff like that. But just sometimes I find it hard for myself. Just I'm you know, getting more comfortable and like getting my confidence back up. But you know, sometimes it's hard to do that. So
I feel like it's not necessarily feeling like you're throwing yourself in there, but essentially just when you find either a commonality, right, if you find comfortability, walk up and sometimes just interrupt the conversation. Like at the end of the day, people might be in a huddle talking. 9 times out of 10 they aren't talking about shit. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like really, if they're really talking about shit, you gonna know, oh, they talking about shit. If you have that ever so slight feeling like, what if they talking about anything? they're probably just talking about either what they finna get into that night
Some stupid
or dead ass.
Type
So
shit.
it's like it's never necessarily that big of a deal. Because if it was that big of a deal, they wouldn't be in that area.
Right. Damn, that's good advice. That's good advice. Next time I'm at a function. Speaking of that, we throwing our own function. So.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. We've been talking about it. We just need to. I'm gonna create the cover art for it, and then we're gonna get that
for sure
started.
For sure. All right, let's see what I got next. Oh, this is just the calendar for upcoming fashion shows.
You try to slide one?
These are New York's.
That didn't answer my question.
I don't know, like ticketing, like the real shows. I don't know how those work.
I don't either.
For the most part, you gotta get invited. You can like buy tickets and stuff like that, but like I've heard it's not really like worth it and stuff like that. So
yeah, we're gonna get invited.
Yeah, we're gonna figure that out. Once this Twitch streams grows, once this joint grows, we're gonna be invited. I'm pressed. I'm gonna be pressed. All right, but fuck that.
I'm gonna just be a model. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be walking in that motherfucker for sure.
Oh yeah, no, easily. Shit, I'm gonna be a designer. Fuck that. Easily. Let's see. So I thought this was kind of interesting. Marnie's Francisco Riso is taking the brand on tour, starting with the New York Fashion Week.
I never heard of that.
Bro, I hate fucking Vogue, bro. I be trying to like read the shit, yo. By going directly to global communities of customers and fans. So what I assume he's gonna do is instead of going to a bunch of fashion shows, he's gonna like literally just find a spot in certain cities and just like kind of host his own events and stuff like that, like a pop-up type of thing. But it's more of like a Margiela used to do this. Maison Margiela used to do that a lot, where he would just like send out invites or just send like a location, like on. They didn't have IG and all that shit now, but like how you know Ass Pizza, the Austin Babbitt dude. Yeah, he'll just like drop a location, like yo, pull up, we doing this, like. And
they just throw all these type of pieces. Them niggas is it.
Nah,
shout out to Ass Pizza.
He was in Phoenix a few months ago.
Yeah. I'm mad I missed it. I was out of town.
Me and Carlos was at the Phoenix Suns game. It had just got out, and he was probably there for like an hour already. But it was so hot, and niggas didn't have a whip at the time. Cause I was just here like on an internship, so like we was Ubering everywhere. Niggas wasn't trying to like, it was like a $30 Uber. Niggas wasn't trying to like spend that bread just to buy some more shit. And, you know what I'm saying? So.
But I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes it's worth that experience. Cause it's like, not to put anything, but one of my niggas, he was shooting, like he shot film for him, and so like he kind of built that little network connection with him, and so it's like.
Well, I didn't have none of my shit.
I'm not saying like it would have been the best time. I'm just saying sometimes it's just like sometimes you ain't got to bring anything. You just bring yourself. Shit. Be like, yo, I am a designer. This is my pieces. Let me send you some shit.
Facts. See, I did that with Lil House Phone. I gotta send. You know who Lil House Phone is, right?
I know who Lil House Phone.
I gotta DM him.
Shout out Lil House Phone.
No, literally, shout out Lil House Phone. I gotta DM him and send him a pair of these denim, yo. I commented on I think Hidden New York or like somebody's post. They posted Lil Yachty, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna say this one more last time because like at the time I've been commenting like, yo, Yachty's like best dressed. Like I'm doing TikTok like, yo, Yachty's the best dressed rapper like out right now type shit. So I commented again. Someone commented and said, don't tell me you're a model if you ain't been in Vogue.
That ass.
Nah, but I commented on the Hidden post and was like, yo, I'm gonna say this one last time, like Yachty, best dressed out type shit.
Oh me.
And niggas was liking this shit, like it's running up, niggas commenting, and I think he commented and was like facts or some shit. And I responded, I said, yo, if like can I send you some pants, like if it's cool, whatever. And he just said DM me. And I DM'd him. The pants that I made weren't his size. They was like 2 sizes too small or some shit. So I was like, fuck. But so it's like my mission to like really send him some shit. So I'm gonna send him a pair of denim. I'm gonna try to at least. I'm gonna DM him. But it's gonna happen. I'm speaking in certainties and positive, like affirmation, all that shit. I'm speaking in what is it? It's certainties, right?
It's affirmation.
I'm speaking in certainties, bro.
All I gotta say is, fuck that nigga Drake, nigga. Nah, but for real, you really
he got your dumb ass though.
You aren't a model, I guess, if you haven't been in Vogue, based off of Drake's lyric. But at the end of the day, what else would I call myself? A content creator? I guess I could just state that I'm a content creator.
Nah, fuck that. You a model. You gotta say you a model. If you really like that, you gotta say you a model.
I'm like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have an agency. I don't have an agent. So it's like, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta speak on. The saying is always like dress who you want to be, not what you are, or something like that. But you got to speak who you want to be
entirely,
not what you are at the current moment.
Lame man.
You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, I ain't had no official runway calendar show or whatever.
Not yet.
You know what I'm saying? Not yet. but I'm still a designer. Fuck these niggas. You feel me?
That's fact.
I'm still a designer. You feel me?
You
At
know what
heart.
I'm
So yeah, but what I'm guessing is for Marnie's tour, which is actually a really good idea.
No, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of a fashion brand going on an official tour. Like, I mean, yeah, you can have pop-ups.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
know what I'm saying? That's what they call it.
Yeah.
But the tour is described as a totally entirely different thing. So it's like, that's sick. Shout out to Marnie.
I think
And
I think fashion right now like is a bunch of like a lot of these bigger houses are just trying to find ways to like really connect with the youth on like some like interesting shit. Like this shit is something, even if I don't buy nothing, I'm gonna stay more connected to Marnie just to see like one, how this goes, and how they just like brand themselves moving forward, just because like going on tour as a brand, like that's again Austin Babbitt does it. Margiela was kind of doing it back in the day, but they didn't have IG to make it like a popping thing, whatever. But so, and Austin Babbitt doesn't even like really go crazy with his marketing. He'd just be like, "Yo, location, pull up."
he got real fans.
Yeah, no, he got real fans, and it's dope to see. But
Real fans.
going on tour for a fashion brand is dope. How do you feel? So all right, so boom. I think what I'm gonna do is just like go through an article and then ask you like a few questions.
So no, this song right now, that's a hit. I'm in that bit.
All right, so how do you feel? So a big thing in fashion right now is, and I'm gonna ask you some more personal questions like moving forward, but like right now I got this question for you. How do you feel? Because a big thing in fashion right now is it's like really gimmicky and like there's a lot of antics, especially with these bigger houses, like especially Balenciaga, Adidas, because they collab. Gucci's kind of been doing this, but like, how do you feel how the fashion industry is like gimmicky? Like, how do you feel about that? Or do you feel like the fashion industry?
No, 1,000%. Those three brands alone you couldn't have said any better. Adidas and that Gucci collab, I felt like that was just, I can't tell you what I think it is because I'm not any of them, but at the end of the day, how I see it as a consumer, I think it was just trying to stay relevant at the end of the day. They, Adidas and Gucci, you never really would have thought of that. And then the pieces they released, yeah, there were some hard pieces, but the only thing that was like staple were those Samoses. So it's like any of those.
Were the what?
The Samoses, my bad. The Adidas kicks. Simone's. How do you pronounce it?
Oh, I think it's some Samoas.
My bad. Shit. My bad.
I know what you're talking about. But the three stripe triple S's and all that stuff.
Not that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. My fault.
The traditional Adidas. Them little doughboy kicks.
Yeah.
Real doughboy kicks. I don't know what the official name is, but I don't rock them, so I don't really give a fuck. But at the end of the day, I felt like that was the only staple piece that they produced, and really it was like Adidas though. Like Gucci, you got everything in the world. Like I was just confused about Adidas. Balenciaga is as a brand, they've always been a case study. He set that off the jump. So you can't be mad at Balenciaga because the designer alone is like, you shouldn't be purchasing this. You should be creating your own stuff, especially at these prices. $700 t-shirt. Why?
With some bullshit on it.
With Balenciaga on it. Like, I mean, I understand a brand is a brand, but at the end of the day, the product is still something you're purchasing as a consumer. So you should be purchasing quality, not just the brand. I don't know.
Okay, so how do you feel? So, okay. One thing Demna said, because he's for those that don't know, Demna Gvasalia is the creative director, designer, whatever, for Balenciaga. Anyway, so he said recently that Balenciaga, like you said, Balenciaga is a case study, but he said, if I want to make a oversized jacket one season, why do I have to create something completely new the next season? Why can't I just keep on building on this idea of an oversized jacket and just keep on making it? How do you feel about that?
No, that's great because that makes you as a designer, your work less complex. Why would I have to go work 10 times harder this upcoming season because I already put out some good shit this upcoming season? Like, oh, I got to flex even harder this upcoming season just to show that, like, you know, I didn't fall off. But nah, if this ate, why don't I build off what just ate? That's what Luigi did as well back in.
He does that a lot.
He does that a lot.
Virgil does that a lot as well. He did that a lot as well.
He did. But I mean, at the end of the day, RP Virgil, for real. Like, that's.
But, sorry.
No, you're good. But, yeah, Luigi did a real good job doing that shit with the bandana tee. And I think that was, like, effective. Real effective. And at the end of the day, why work harder, not smarter?
So, okay. Next question. How do you feel? just building off of that, how do you take that into like modeling and stuff like that? Like, how would you implement that mindset?
Smarter, not harder.
No, just building off of. Say you do a shoot that really blows. How can you build off of that?
And that's where I'm still trying to figure out. You know what I'm saying? Because in all actuality, it's about networking with modeling. And I'm doing all this solo, so I'm getting all these things based off of who I know, what I know, and the work I've put out. So at hand, I'm still trying to figure that out to answer your question. I'm still trying to figure that out because I feel like the biggest stuff I've had isn't even the hardest stuff I can make. And it's kind of dwelling because everybody will put you on with your last best shit, and they not gonna fuck with you till you exceed that level. Mm-hmm. Not even if you're working just as hard as you did before.
Right.
So it's like, to answer that question, I'm still trying to figure that out.
That's where I'm at too, I think. Okay, so you said you started working with Banks.
I was like,
at the beginning.
Yeah, Banks. Me and Banks touched down 2019.
So you started working with him. Where does Jay come into play?
Me and Jay started working after COVID. So 2019, me and Banks are doing practice shots. I'm not even saying like, I'm just practice shots. Like, these is just like he looking for who trying to help me with lighting. I'm hitting him, yo, I'm trying to do some stuff. After COVID is when I really started taking real shit serious, and that was when Jay comes in, because they got Studio 222.
We're gonna talk about that in a second too, but so do you feel like you're building off of you're taking what you learned kind of with CJ, isn't it CJ, right?
It's CJ,
but I'll call him Banks. Yeah. So you're taking kind of what you learned with Banks into building it with Jay.
Building with everyone, but entirely, specifically in this indication, yeah, Jay.
Okay.
And so, really, it was actually Trish before Jay. I actually started working with Trish. It was Banks, Trish, then Jay. And it wasn't like I stopped working with all of them, but Banks started getting busy. Mm-hmm. Trish got busy, and she's she's real tapped in as well. So she has her own stuff she's working on. And so it was more, say, like, all three of them, they're the three venomous snakes. I'm not even cap too. All three of them are hard as fuck.
No, I've seen all of their work. They're dope.
It's like, it wasn't even necessarily I'm trying to It was really like, gang, who's free type shit. Like,
yeah, no.
And so it was. Banks helped me build a foundation to relay this to any other photographer, any other person in general. Mm-hmm. So it was really shout out to Banks, to lay out that template for me.
Fire.
Just stay calm and figure out whatever comes to mind. Don't take that with full effect. Just like relax. If this is something that we need to talk about, or something we need to talk about. If it's something you think that's gonna offend this person, you shouldn't really say that shit. So right. It's like, it's really just knowing the person you're indulging with, really, and trying to figure that out as soon as possible. Some people, you can kind of tell, like, you say something a little slick, they'll do like, and then like you kind of not necessarily change the subject, but walk around it to figure out what does make them comfortable.
Right.
Things of that nature.
Double check your OBS every once in a while. Make sure.
Okay.
But
right.
Also, I like getting on niggas' nerves. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get on a motherfucker's nerves, it kind of shows like, personally, you're not that serious, but two, you can figure out who they are as a person. Like, if they take it too serious, it's like, dang, I don't know if I can really kick it with you, because it's like, I'm not going to be serious 10 times out of 10. So it's like, if I'm going to offend you off what I said, it's like, all right, we're going to conversate. I can get to know you, but I'm going to skate because we ain't really got much else to talk about.
That's kind of how I am, too.
So it's really just knowing your surroundings, really. Figuring that out as quickly as possible, and then just operating around there.
I feel like that's how a lot of people are when they go to college. They kind of get that, like, oh shit, he from across the world, and he, you know what I'm saying, he changed his whole life to come to school here. Like, a lot of people get that, like, oh, I can't take advantage of this, or they get that, like, they get humbled. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I can't, like you said, I can't move like this around these type of people. I can't move like this just in general. because, you know what I'm saying, I don't know who I'm offending. Or like who's going to take offense and try to like fight me or, you know what I'm saying, like get aggressive or whatever. So,
I mean, first off, if you're not really offending someone, nobody's really trying to box. Nobody throws hands anymore.
oh no, I'm here.
So it's like, but also what you said, going to college, like college was crazy for me. I could have a whole podcast about my college, but it's like, cause I just did I recognized that it really wasn't that serious. Like you go to class, you meet people, and you intend to party. So it's like, damn, why am I taking shit so serious? So like, I was far left. You know what I'm saying? Like, I graduated college. You know what I'm saying? If you graduated or not, it don't really matter. It's really about freedom at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Education is superior and it's good for you, but
Knowledge is power, but how you get the knowledge is up to you.
literally, and you can get that anywhere. It's not necessarily you have to seek a degree at this university in this specific realm to learn that. Like, you can put yourself in that situation and learn 10 times as much as quicker based off that. So, but really the answer to finish what I was trying to say is don't just let people just affect who you want to be at the end of the day too. Because if you're going to be this, be that. If you're going to be this, be that. If you feel like you have to belittle yourself while you're around these group of people, get yourself out of there, because you're only going to take that with you in every other altercation, and you're going to honestly belittle yourself. So really just, you got to learn how to be confident, be yourself, and if you can do that around the people you're around, you're definitely around the right people.
That's facts. That's a bar. Y'all niggas don't know, but that's a bar. You young niggas don't know, but that's a bar.
Shut the hell up. But now this right here.
All right, so if you've been following me on TikTok, you've been following me on just anything, I've had beef with H&M, Forever 21, Fashion Nova, all these motherfuckers because, well, for things like this. H&M is being sued over misleading sustainability marketing product scorecard. So, for those that don't know, these companies,
H&M, Forever 21, Rue 21, those are the companies. Let's specify those.
Well, before we even get into that, before we start name dropping,
my bad.
I want to go into the scorecards and like what. So, companies in general, not just fashion companies, but companies in general, get scored on how sustainable they are, their carbon footprint, all the carbon emissions and all that, which is the product scorecard, which is, there's another thing for it. It's I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, so they get this basically a test score. It's like when restaurants get when the
little A+ thing?
Yeah, when they get the what is it called?
Quality control almost.
Something like that. But when the FDA or whoever comes in, the food inspection, when they get their food inspection, it's the same thing like that, but companies get it for sustainability and carbon emissions. Fashion is the second largest
Industry?
carbon emitter. Yeah, industry. The fashion industry is the second largest carbon emitter. It's the same as, it's combined with, it's as large as airplane travel. And there's one other thing I can't fucking remember, but it's airplane travel and something else combined. That's
like
it's larger than fashion is larger than that. Yeah, like auto travel, all that shit. Damn. Fashion puts out more carbon emissions and all that stuff than that.
Dude, what though?
Burning clothes, landfills. It takes so much to even make like like this denim right here. It took mad tons of water just to get this blue type of thing. Like all that, the travel from, so the supply chain of fashion, you can go from, so the fabric gets made in, like, let's say India, it'll go to America, to the designers or whatever. They test it out or whatever. They get it cut here or in America. They send those pieces to, I don't know, Turkey to get the shit sewn. Those people send it back to India for another task. They send it back to whoever to sew in some labels maybe, and then they send it back to America. So like all that travel, all that counts towards the fashion industry's carbon emissions and all that. So I say all that to say, H&M, Rue 21, Forever 21. Who else? There's some more. Zara, Uniqlo, Fashion Nova, shit, Walmart, Target, all those companies. They buy the reason it's so bad is because with each style, shit, Shein, especially Shein, they anyway. The reason it's so bad is because they buy. So, say this jacket is from H&M, since we're talking about them. Say this jacket is from H&M. They'll place an order for 1 million pieces, but they know they're only going to sell, I don't know, 450,000 of them.
Yeah.
But they place an order for 1 million because that saves them money. Because the more you place with manufacturing, the more pieces you order, the less each piece is going to be. So they know each of these jackets only going to cost them, I don't know, 10 cents to make type shit because they ordered 1 million. Yeah. Had they ordered the 500,000, even though they're going to sell 450, had they ordered the 500,000, it would have cost them probably, I don't know, 75 cents to make a piece. You know what I'm saying? Less profit, exactly. But the damage control, they can just throw the shit on the rest of them on sale. Whoever buys them, that's another 200,000, and then the extra 400, I don't know my math, but extra 400,000 goes into landfill, or they just burn the shit. The designer companies are bad too because they just burn their shit. Like Burberry, Louis Vuitton, whatever they don't sell because of the luxury like image, the staple. They don't want their brand name to get like, they don't want a Louis bag, a Gucci bag to be in Goodwill. You know what I'm saying? So they just burn their shit. They don't even give a fuck. It'd be tons of bags and shit. They just burn the shit like because of the image thing, not even because of anything else, just because of image. Excuse me. So
that's interesting. That makes you think that the only reason why a brand is as effective is just because of its resourceability, like obtainability. I guess it's very hard to obtain it, so it becomes more rare.
But in actuality, so like
they could be just as much because of the stuff that they're burning.
Because they exactly, bro, exactly. And
I genuinely did not know that.
It's the same thing with the diamond industry. The diamond industry, bro, there's so many fucking diamonds, but because one, it's a stranglehold. There's only like 2 companies that really be owning these diamonds, so they just be holding it off or whatever. But diamonds are made like this type shit. Like there's so many mines and shit in like Africa and all these other countries. Like they mine the diamonds so quickly, but it's the same thing happens to where if there's an overflow, like you said, and it's easily obtainable, they are not as expensive. You can't make as much money. You can't call it as luxury. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's my spiel. Shein is on a whole nother level.
For real? I've always heard bad things about it. I just don't know their carbon traction.
Bro, they make like probably 3,000 to 5,000 pieces a day. Like different styles a day.
Damn.
So like you was at the crib, you got here yesterday. In that time frame till now, they probably made a 400 or not 400, but 4,000 pieces. Different styles.
Damn.
Like that shit is insane, bro.
That's actually like styles.
So
like different jeans, different, and they'll put like 400,000 orders of that jean, 400,000 of. Damn. So they're really like out of those 5,000 pieces, they might have ordered 100,000 of each of those pieces.
Well, see, I don't know the networking of that because they might have found a manufacturer that'll say, "All right, you made this T-shirt, and you ordered like 8 different colorways of that T-shirt. We'll give you the same price, but because it's the same, you're doing the same sewing operations and all that stuff. It's just a different color. We'll give you the same price. So you could be able to do like 1 million, but it's breaking down into 200,000 of 5 different people. You know, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
So yeah, bro. Like I don't even know Shein's. I know it's horrible, but I don't even know. Like I couldn't tell you like the actual numbers. I just know that for like Walmart and H&M and all these companies that's how they do their operations. But apparently, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but apparently H&M is lying. I'm assuming everyone's been doing this, but they're lying about their sustainability.
Yeah, they'll put like a little tag on it. It'll say like,
have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen the tag. It's
really?
Like a sustainability tag. It says green on it. The little, labeling, I guess, like the recycle sign and like the little twirl and stuff. And it'll say like made by recycled fabric.
Really?
Yeah. I actually went into H&M. I don't shop there. I just go in there to see what they produce. I went in there, saw some of their pieces. I saw like 3 shirts. I was like, there's no way people are buying this. Somebody walked in, picked that bitch up. I was like, I'm literally gonna take a picture of this back and just make it. I ended up literally making like my point on it. I'll actually find it. I actually made my little staple on it, and then Brody said, this looked like some H&M shit. I was like, yep, he right. Let me show you this shit though, cause it's crazy. It took me like 10 minutes, bro. Like easily 10 minutes to just throw that shit together. I was actually like excited because how he said, oh, that's some H&M shit. Or that looked like some H&M shit.
So while you're looking for that, this is what I was talking about with the water usage. It says, for example,
but this is what it looks like, kind of.
Are you fine?
It's on my iPad, but like I put that,
Oh, that's
and I just said that was the graphic for it. This is the graphic for it, y'all. So I just literally like went on Tumblr, found a picture, reversed it, threw some on it, as in some edits on it, and then I threw it over. I outlined it, and then I threw it over a white outline, so it would be like the T-shirt. I can't find the official T-shirt. I know it's on my iPad, but I'm not gonna get it downstairs and grab it. But like that was literally the graphic for it, and it was so easy. And I'm like, if a designer could get paid for doing this shit, I could do that shit for real. But it was like at the end of the day, it has to sell.
I gotta. That's facts. That is facts.
It has to sell.
That is
like,
understated.
You could be I don't know how often H&M switches out creative designers because you never really hear about that. But it's like they probably have. Oh, you made this. This many sales. We'll keep you for the next collection and see how it is. I'm pretty sure like then people have cycled creative designers coming in with different shit.
I got a story about that, but real quick, this is what I was talking about the water usage. So, a sustainability report but H&M claimed that a dress was made with 20% less water on average, and then they did
20%. Well, how do you like percentagize?
Well, they be calculating all that shit because it costs money, so they calculate all that shit.
Okay. 20%. That's it.
But the consumer doesn't know. They just see a number like, oh, that looks sustainable. Like 20%. That's a big number.
What was the difference? Like, bro, 20% is just crazy to me. Like when they be coming up with these percentages, it's like 20% hydrofiber. Like, bro, what?
But
I mean, it's the science behind it.
That is facts. But an independent investigation showed that it was actually made with 20% more water. Oh my God. So that means that H&M saw that.
That's actually humor.
The H&M saw, okay, this 20% more water. Hey, change that to less. Heard it. We good. But so
that's actually hilarious though. Motherfuckers was like, oh yeah, 20% more, yeah. Let's just mark that bitch down and nobody gonna know about that.
No. 30% less water, actually made with 31% more water. Like
they literally just said yin yang that.
No, literally, like they just said, "Yo, just take that out real quick. Yo, Photoshop real quick." That's wild, bro. But
what did it say? Cardigans at $40. That's weak.
So that means they're doing that, and they get to charge more. So like their normal $25 cardigan is now $40 because it's
and they just use
sustainable.
Even more. That's actually
exactly.
That's a finesse.
That's a finesse, bro. Like,
and watch, I bet you they get off with a little tap on the wrist.
It's definitely gonna be like a fine, but like they gonna keep on doing this shit, bro. But what you were saying with the creative designers, this lady I used to work with, excuse me, she used to work for Forever 21 as like a designer or whatever, and she said their whole
wait, sorry, I was kind of autopilot. Sorry.
She used to work for Forever 21 as like a she used to work at Forever 21 as like a designer, creative, whatever it was. But she said her entire job, and there's like a gang of designers. So these companies just hire like a gang of niggas like for designers. But her entire job was to look at runway shows, look at what these high fashion, whatever companies or even lower brands are doing, and just flip the shit. Like figure out a way to flip it.
And make it like,
because it's a 10 or 15% rule. To where if you change it just 10 whatever percentage,
it's yours.
So
yeah, I've heard of that as well, where like you can't You can't trademark an idea, or what was it? You can't trademark. What was that?
You can't copyright. You can't copyright like a silhouette unless it's actually like some new like avant-garde shit. So like this jacket, if I make the pockets just like, oh, you can't even see. But this jacket, if I just make the pockets bigger, I can't copyright that because this is such a timeless silhouette that everyone it's something. It's like trying to copyright water. You feel me? Or like a fucking UPS
white T-shirt.
A white T-shirt, like a UPS box or something. You can't copyright this shit because who says that I can't make a T-shirt on my own?
That is.
You know
like,
what I'm saying? Everyone needs a T-shirt.
Who are you?
You literally like, who are you type of thing.
Damn.
But if I create like a new silhouette, like some comb digger or some Mason Margiela sometimes, but some Junior.
Yeah, honestly, you
Takahashi,
can't really like finesse him because it's like
he's
that calendar
sometimes,
thing.
yeah.
That Mason Margiela, like honestly, because my name's Mason, so it's like my legal name's Mason, so it was like I was like, damn, maybe I could. Nah.
Hey, he would have done it. Nah, but his name's Martin.
Martin Margiela, right?
Yeah.
And mine's M-A-S-O-N. It has no damn I in it. So.
And I just realized Maison is house in French.
Oh,
that's
so
why he said
House Margiela. So Margiela House.
The House of Margiela.
House of Margiela.
It would translate as the House of Margiela.
That's hard.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like Louis Vuitton, it's like the House of Louis Vuitton. Like I don't know who else does it, but that's what they're called, like fashion houses.
Fashion houses. That makes sense.
Balenciaga's the House of Balenciaga. So, or yeah, whatever.
So it's really credibilizing yourself as a house, not necessarily. This is all making sense now, just by how you market yourself. You don't come across as like a brand. You want to come across as like a house, or I mean, not even necessarily not coming across as
Rude. Like for example, Rude, I don't think would be a house because
when as a brand,
a lot of these heritage brands, they started like literally like damn near as a house because it was like a family thing. Like Louis Vuitton, they made trunks during the war, I think, because for the soldiers and shit like that. So it was like a family tradition. Like they did leather goods and all that stuff, and then started making trunks or whatever. Balenciaga, same thing. He started, I forget where he started, but he started doing dresses like literally in his house, in his crib. I can't give you another example. I know Alexandre. I started in my mom's basement. It's the House of Alexandre, Maison Alexandre. I could say that, but like that sounds kind of weird. What do you think?
I don't mind it.
Maison Alexandre?
It would be a mouthful, but all it takes is ASAP saying, yo, you know what I'm saying? It genuinely, at the end of the day, I never knew a cosign could take you so far.
It can and can't.
It can and can't. But at the end of the day,
it can take you as far as it can
take you back.
You know what I'm saying?
You have to have foundation at the end of the day.
You have to have foundation. You have to have a vision. You got to have goals, all that shit. Or else you're just going to be someone that got popping from him. You're going to be the nigga that ASAP was wearing that one day. You feel me?
Fact. But at the end of the day, if you do silhouette that's crazy because of the fact that you could say that about Roigi. Roigi he could have been, with the bandana tees, he could have been Kendrick's, you know what I'm saying? But he just dropped 4 different tees with that same print and lucratized the entire thing.
Well, like I said, it's how you write it.
It's how you write it.
And
Vision.
I'm about to say, he had a vision when he was doing it.
He had a vision.
It just happened to pop right then. You never know when it's going to pop, but if you have a vision, you can always stay the course. No matter if what am I saying? If you don't have like pieces made at the time when the shit blows up, you have the vision. So like niggas gonna still be watching. You still gonna have some, even if it's not the max eyes that you could have had, you still gonna have eyes. You know what I'm saying?
You're not lying about that.
You're not lying. So yeah, Mace. Let's see. I wish I had. See, again, I'm gonna start doing these interviews like legit. We're gonna have guests on. I don't know how many times, but we're going to have a bunch of more guests on. I want to do a woman next just because, like, I want to just
diversify,
you know what I'm saying?
Diversify the portfolio.
So we're going to see, but I wish we're going to have Mace back on another time so I can have some actual questions for him. But
these questions lame as shit. I'm just kidding. You know what I'm saying?
My last question for Mace, before we get off, my last question for Mace is, do you have a vision? And if so, what is it? Just give me a quick little gist. And if not, because my MacBook about to die, but if not, what are you doing to work towards like conceptualizing your vision?
That's a good question. And I don't want to answer this question and that be the finale, but I have a vision. My vision is to be, if not the largest, one of the largest creatives as a whole. My idol is Virgil Abloh. I feel like he credibilized a creative as a black man in America, but in the world. And what he was able to do on this earth, R.I.P. Virgil, what he was able to do on this earth is something that is just unimaginable because of the fact that he was able to do it in such short time. He was light years ahead, and based off the education he had and the resources he used, I felt like that was just amazing. So he was able to not only be a fashion designer, he was able to be an architect. I can continue to, name out all the things that he's done, but he wasn't labeled or put in a box. So my vision is to not be put in a box. All my skills, all of my endeavors, all of my creative skills, I want them to be mastered and be looked upon as a masterpiece, not just this man did this, he did a good job at it, look at him. Nah, Mace really put it on, really did his thing, and it made it okay for everyone around him to not only be who they are, but be able to grasp what they want. And genuinely, to answer your question, that's how I put it.
Dope. Well, Mace, man, I appreciate you for doing this. Appreciate you for joining, hanging out with the boy.
You know what I'm saying? It was a blessing to be here. First time for everything. And I will be back here soon. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for the love. You know what I'm saying?
You already know. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today's show. Like I said, I'm here to get fashion. I'm here to get fashion updates. I'm here to have good conversations about the fashion industry, things that pertain to it, and whatever else just in life. Like I said, I started this to have a good conversation with everyone, and now I'm gonna start bringing guests on, get to know them, to network myself, and to, I don't know, just get a different perspective on shit. I don't really know. I'm just doing this for fun, and I quit my job for this shit. Fuck that shit, you feel me?
You feel me? I'm finna do the next thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I gotta, you know what I'm saying, get a couple of ducks in a row, but I'm gonna be doing that too, you know what I'm saying?
You know the vibes. All right, appreciate you guys for joining. Let's get it.